All right, I thought about this. And again, I want to shift gears, but I want to talk about something. Again, it's not big, but it's something with Aaron Rodgers. Odell Beckham, hurt again. Odell Beckham's missed 16 of his last 32 games. He's hurt again. I'm not saying it's a major injury, but it's something. Aaron Rodgers was supposed to play last night. He had a tight back. He missed a start. Listen, he's had a concussion. He's had missed 7 games with a broken collarbone. Then he missed 9 games with a broken collarbone. He had a sprained MCL. You and I both know he was healthy in about 7 games last year, 8 max. It's not the end of the world, but I do think there are 5 quarterbacks in this league. Cam Newton, Jimmy Garoppolo, Carson Wentz, Andrew Luck, and Aaron Rodgers. And they're all very talented, some more talented than others. Luck's more talented, I think, than Cam and Garoppolo. Aaron could be more talented than all of them, except maybe Carson Wentz. But of those 5 quarterbacks, ask yourself. Now, Marcus Mariota and Derek Carr have been hurt too, but I'm not sure their teams are fully committed to them right now regardless. These are 5 quarterbacks, Aaron, Andrew, Cam, Carson, Jimmy. The teams are emotionally and financially totally committed to these 5 arguable Hall of Famers. And ask yourself this. If any one of these during the season, including Aaron Rodgers, suffered an injury, those teams would have to consider drafting a quarterback high next year. And it sounds ridiculous, right? But Aaron's 35, had injuries, has had an ad-lib style that can put him in the crosshairs of contact. That sort of sounds like Brett Favre. Brett Favre was dinged up, though he played at about 35. He had an ad-lib style that sometimes put him in the crosshair of contact. Who did the Packers draft when Brett Favre was 35? Aaron Rodgers. Listen, Green Bay has addressed all of their personnel issues in the last 2 years. They needed corners, linebackers, a center, and a tight end. They've drafted all of them. And I think they've drafted well. I love the tight end from Texas A&M. I love the center they got from Mississippi State. So Green Bay has addressed their issues. Green Bay enters this season young at certain positions like corner, young at certain positions like maybe center. But they're not untalented. They're not the New York Jets that have a hole at corner. They're not the Texans that have a hole in their offensive line unit. Green Bay could absolutely next year in their first or second pick say, we're drafting a quarterback. I mean, what does Green Bay need? They went out and solved their linebacker issues. They got a free agent safety and drafted one. That was a hole no longer. They've addressed corner, center, tight end, and they've always developed very smartly offensive and defensive linemen. So you think about this. In the NFL, you have to be proactive, not react to a disaster. This is why Bill Belichick, for years, even when Tom Brady was in his prime, every other year, he would draft a quarterback with a pretty good draft pick. This is why the Rams last year, even though Todd Gurley is still a horse, they went and drafted with their second pick a running back. In fact, traded up to get him. This is why Carolina went out and got Will Grier. Ron Rivera knows in the NFL, you can't react to disaster. You have to be proactive. Rodgers, Luck, Cam, Wentz, Jimmy G. Those are the 5 guys. Those organizations are fully financially and emotionally committed. An injury for any one of those guys. Are you going to tell me if Jimmy Garoppolo gets hurt in week 6, that Kyle Shanahan is not going to call his GM John Lynch, they're not going to have lunch, sit down and go, hey, we got to have a plan here. Kyle Shanahan's like, this is my first NFL job. Okay, I'm not going into a season with C.J. Beathard and Nate Mullins playing 8 games. We got to go after another quarterback. Are you going to tell me Green Bay, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt again, Mark Murphy's not sitting there thinking, hey, this is when we drafted Aaron to back up Brett Favre. We got to start thinking about this stuff. Carolina did it last year with Will Grier. And as much as I like Andrew Luck, Listen, if he misses the first 2 games to start the year and then in week 12 gets hurt again, you're going to draft a quarterback. The Colts have already addressed corner, offensive line. They've already addressed running back, linebacker, pass rusher. I'm not saying the Colts are great at everything or the Packers are great everywhere, but they don't have big holes in their organization, in their units, in their personnel. As much as I like Andrew Luck, if he gets banged up again midseason, you got to think about drafting another quarterback. That is just the truth. Sam Darnold was amazing. Smarts, accuracy, athletic ability, instincts, 3 drives, nearly perfect. It was really impressive. You know I like Sam Darnold. But before I go into the craziness of Sam Darnold, and last night, between the Giants and the Falcons, he's just a tremendous player. You know, don't forget, he's bigger than Baker Mayfield. He's stronger than Baker Mayfield. He's more athletic than Baker Mayfield. I mean, hell, he played linebacker in high school in basketball. And he's also, I think, more mature than Baker Mayfield. That's not to say Baker's not going to succeed in the NFL. Baker's going to have success in the NFL, but where you enter sports is not even. Sam Darnold played 20 less games in college than Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold's 2 years younger than Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold did not have great college coaches. His coordinator, T. Martin, got fired, and his head coach, Clay Helton, wins 10 games this year, or he gets fired. Baker Mayfield had Bob Stoops. Baker Mayfield had, in my opinion, the best offensive coach by a mile in college football, Lincoln Riley. Okay, so Baker had more starts, older, great, not good college coaching, great college coaching. Then he goes to Cleveland where he gets Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb, David Njoku. Those aren't good weapons. Those are amazing weapons. In fact, Cleveland's got so much damn talent, they could trade Duke Johnson. Because Duke Johnson wasn't going to play for Cleveland. They had so much talent, they traded an offensive lineman to the Giants, a really good offensive lineman, an interior lineman. So Cleveland has a surplus of offensive talent for a guy that's 2 years older, had great college coaching. But in the media, very few of us have the courage to go against the grain and say, Darnold's better. He's not better now because he's younger, entered the league with nothing to work with, had, to me, average to below average college coaching. But Darnold now has a running back, an upgraded O-line, an upgraded coach, a legitimate slot receiver. Now, the Jets aren't perfect. You know, they've got a center that had to come out of retirement. They don't have a number 1 receiver. They're terrible at corner. They won't be a great football team. There's still a draft and a free agent signing period away from being really, really a playoff caliber team at the highest order. Cleveland could get there this year. Why? Because they've got more good players for Baker Mayfield. But I remember years ago, Shaq and Kobe, the Lakers made a choice, and they said, bye-bye, Shaq, we're going to keep Kobe. And I said it at the time. It was the right move. But it wouldn't feel like the right move for 2 years because Shaq went to a team willing to compete for a title. He went to D. Wade in Miami. And so for 2 years, everybody was like, you're wrong, Colin. Lakers are wrong. They chose the wrong guy. No, they chose the right guy, but the answer to every puzzle isn't solved immediately. Kobe, and I had this sourced at the highest levels of the Lakers front office, Kobe was a better practice player. Kobe was better with his body. Kobe was more committed. Kobe was more focused. Kobe had more great years left. And in the end, it was proven the Lakers made the right choice. But that doesn't work on social media. That doesn't work on Twitter. That doesn't work today. It's like, who's winning now? Who looks good now? That's the future. No, it's not. Tyreek Evans won Rookie of the Year. Steph Curry was in the same class. Michael Carter-Williams won Rookie of the Year. Giannis and Victor Oladipo were in the same class. Now, I'm not insisting that Baker is Tyreek Evans or Victor Oladipo. I think Baker's going to have a really, really nice career. But if you're telling me, I've always said about quarterbacks, it's about 12 years. I don't give a rip about your rookie year. I don't even count Peyton Manning's rookie year. I don't care what it was. I don't care about Andrew Luck's rookie year. I don't care about any of these guys' rookie years. What I care about is about midway point to your second year and on. That'll tell me who you are. If you're not connecting middle of your second year, if you're not picking stuff up, like I don't think Kyler Murray's going to star. I do think the Arizona situation's a mess, but I'm not going to totally judge Kyler Murray. I don't think all of it's his issue. He's got a bad DC. The coach is a college coach. But I'll say it again, and I don't care if it gets any blowback because I couldn't give a rip. I've spent 25 years not giving a rip what people think about my opinions. I've got them sourced. I believe it. I trust people, and I trust my instincts and eyes. Sam Darnold for 12 to 14 years, I'll take him over Baker. He just entered the league at a really bad point. Josh Rosen entered in a tough spot. Lamar Jackson entered Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens over the last 10 years have a very good infrastructure. That allowed Lamar Jackson to look better than Josh Rosen first year by a mile. Who do I think knows better football? Josh Rosen. I think if you put Josh Rosen in Baltimore and Lamar Jackson in Miami and Arizona, it wouldn't look the same. So my takeaway on all this stuff is nobody in the media ever wants to take blowback. Oh, my pick. I'll take Sam Darnold, 12 to 14 years, size, athletic ability, durability, toughness, athletic ability, maturity over Baker. Not saying Baker won't work. But what I am saying is nobody's willing to just say Darnold was number one on significantly more draft boards than Baker. That is not disputable. Just not Cleveland's, who also, for the record, drafted Johnny Manziel in the first round. He was not even on most of the best teams' draft boards. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.